Keenan, what do you think? What have you seen from your guys? You got a pretty good room.
I like everything about them. I love how they approach practice. I like how they show up every day, ready to work. Very business-like group. You know, they got really good brotherhood in there, so they stay together. But I like the room. I like how they compete every day, compete with each other and push each other. And so far, so good. I like the room so far.
How do you feel about that kind of depth that you guys have? Obviously, multiple contributors that can be, a leading running back at any school.
I love it. I love having that type of competition in the room. I'm big on having a unit where we can use multiple guys. I'm a running back by committee type guy. If you've seen my past and my history, especially at SMU, we use multiple backs. I think we had 3 backs over 500 yards and 5+ touchdowns. So for me, it's huge for them guys to have a lot of different talent because they all different type of backs. So I like that they're all different. I like that I got a good group, deep group, and I'm very happy to have them.
How does kind of what you want to do fit in with what Coach Spavital wants to do and all that fun stuff?
I think we're on the same page. I think what he want to do and what I want to do as far as running the ball physically downhill, I think we're on the same page as far as that. I think he got a brilliant mind. I think we're going to have a really good run game, especially with the O-line and the running backs, but I really like what Coach Spavital brings to the offense.
What have you kind of seen from these 3 guys that we see in here today, just kind of specifically to each of them?
Man, they all different in their own way. You got Dom, who, the veteran guy, the older guy in the room. He can do a little bit of everything. He's a slasher, one cut downhill type back. Got good vision, good feet, good power, good hands out the backfield. So I'm very impressed with him. Just the way he carries himself, go by himself, a little bit shy. So we got to get him out that shell. But I like everything about him. I love his presence in the room. He's not a me guy, they're a team guy, very unselfish. So I really like him. And then you got obviously Rich, who, is a kind of like a ball of fire. He's very explosive, ball of dynamite. He's very explosive, can do a lot of different things. Very talented kid, very young. He's not young anymore. He's getting up there. Now that I'm thinking about it, he's about to be a junior. So just a kid that can do anything. As you saw, last year West Virginia taking 2 kicks back to the crib. He's a guy he's one play away type of guy. So I really like that about him. And then you got Dawson, who you kind of underestimate, at times, but he has, really light on his feet, really good burst, good pad leverage. He plays hard, he runs hard downhill. So I really like what all 3 of those guys and one as a combination, as a package, bring to each other. So I think they work really well together. You got speed, you got a guy that can do it all, and then you got a guy with power and speed. So I like everything about all those guys, and they challenge each other every day, and they bring each other their levels of play up every day. So
is Bryson back 100%, or where is he?
Bryson has been doing really well. He's back 100%. He's a kid that's he's in a bright spot so far for me. Just watching him, he runs hard. He's a very good athlete. He has good size on him. So I think those 4 guys, and especially them 4, they're gonna do some good things this year. I'm really impressed with that group.
You mentioned Richard kind of being that explosive running back. How do you get him into the offense a little bit more? That was kind of the issue last year.
Yes.
And then he took those kick returns. I mean, what's the motivation, I guess, to maybe get him some carries?
Well, he's going to get carries. You see what he can do. You know what I mean? I went back and studied his tape as a freshman. I watched what he did last year when he got in. There's nothing wrong with Richard Reese. I think he's going to have an unbelievable season. I think they're going to all work well together. They know they got to show up every day, work hard every day, and they got to earn every rep they get. But as you know, he's very business-like. He's a professional. He carries himself that way, and I think he's going to have a really outbreaking season.
I guess so you're new, and then Mason Miller's also new. I mean, how's that kind of dynamic been? I know y'all work a lot with the O-line and things like that.
It's been great. We sit in the room together. I pick his brain. He picked my brain. We've come from similar kind of backgrounds. He was I was with Coach Leach, and then I was kind of off the Coach Sumlin tree. With Coach McKinney down at Texas Southern, and then being with Coach Lashley last year. So a lot of the terminology might be different, but what we want to get accomplished is about the same. So we've been really good. He's very intelligent. As you know, he's a great dude. He's been offensive coordinator coming back here, but he does a great job up front with the O-line. As you can see how physical they've been.
This is a different blocking scheme. Several of
Yes,
these
sir.
guys played. How have they adjusted to that? Does it seem to be a good fit for them? That kind of thing?
I think it's a perfect fit for those guys. Like I said, they're all different styles, but they all get to the same, style in a different way. You know, Rich is, like I said, he's downhill, he's fast, he can hit it, and it can be a touchdown like yesterday. Dawson, he has a little bit of everything. I think the offense fits those guys perfect. And then, as like I said, Dom had, I think, a couple last week. He hit one for a big touchdown. So I think that downhill physical approach mindset is going to do well for those guys.
Definitely the run game has been kind of a focal point in the previous seasons. Spavital has mentioned that he wants to air it out a little bit more. What do you envision, I guess, that balance being this year?
I envision being a very balanced offense. If you go watch any of Coach Spavital's offense, he's gonna run the ball downhill. You know, if you give it to him, he's gonna keep taking it. You see the running back he had last year at Cal, I think he rushed for almost 1,400 yards. And he missed 2 or 3 games. So he's going to run the ball. We're going to be a very, very balanced offense. He's going to take what we can get. I think he has a very creative offense where, you know, we usually always have the numbers. So I'm very excited about his offense. I've been excited for it. That's a big reason why I came here, because of him. And it was huge when it's been huge for us. I mean, I think the guys have really picked up on the offense, and I think they know we're going to run the ball downhill.
As a new coach, has anything about Baylor or the staff or this group surprised you or stood out specifically?
What stood out about Baylor so far for me is just the people. You know, obviously everyone knows, you know, Coach Randall's reputation of being an upstanding, well-spoken and great man, and he's surrounded himself with great people. You know, that's one thing I've taken away from this so far is just the people he has around these young men. You know what I mean? So that's been very impressive to me. That was big on when I came down here for my interview, is just seeing how the people were, see how they treat you, just seeing how well they are around these kids and how they treat these kids. So that's for me the biggest thing. You know, everyone that knows me is relationships is the biggest thing for me. You know, so just going every day and being around these guys and just the relationship piece, how they have them with these young men it's been way cool. So
Obviously, you know Dallas area. What's that been like on the recruiting trail for you to recruit for Baylor as opposed to SMU?
I think it's been good. You know. And I kind of not want to come off as cocky. I know when you're from Dallas and you was in Dallas, you know, I'm not gonna say it was easy, but you know, you got kids that's right there and it's easy for them to get to your campus. You know what I mean? It's right in the heart of downtown Dallas. You know, but being here, I really don't think we've skipped a beat. You know, I think as you know, a lot of big time recruits have been on campus from the Dallas Metroplex. I think, you know, I am Dallas. You know, sometimes it ain't the place, it's the people, you know, and the person. So at the end of the day, I think we're going to have great success in the Dallas Metroplex when it comes to recruiting just because of the people we have here. You know, Coach Randall have done a good job this offseason adding little pieces off the field that are from Dallas to be able to hit that area, hit that market. So I think we're going to be really good in the Metroplex when it comes to recruiting aspects.
Richard, I guess just kind of what are your expectations going in? New coach, a lot of new faces on the offensive side. What are your expectations?
I'd say my expectations is just coming out there being great. All of us and my teammates, we getting better each day. And, we learning a new offense, but like I said, we getting better each day. So I'd say that's the biggest thing.
How do you feel like that offense fits you or you fit the offense, whatever?
I feel like it fit me good. Like, last year offense, it was going downhill real fast. This year offense, you got to kind of slow things up, read your keys perfect. That way you can get downhill.
Do you feel like the old guy? Do you feel like the veteran that's been around for a while?
Yeah, I do. I feel like I've been here for a while now. Yes, sir.
Have you had to take a step up in the leadership role?
Oh, most
How have you
definitely.
done that?
Most definitely, I had to take a step up. Like, we got young people in the room, like Dawson, B-Wash, and I mean, we learn from each other each day, and we get better each day. So, yeah.
Kind of going along with that, Coach mentioned how kind of deep this room is. I mean, how do you feel, I guess, with just the different styles of play that each of you offer in that room, whoever's on the field?
I feel good. Like Coach said, each person got a different style of play, but at the same time, we're going to come out and give our all by the end of the day.
I think back to last year, you were kind of the only returning back now. You've got a bunch of guys that have been here a while. I mean, what's the benefit to that, I guess?
I say the benefits is, like you said, we got a lot of people returning back, but that's what we need because it's going to make all of us better by the end of the day.
What kind of impact do you hope to make this year? Obviously, a little bit less carries last year, but are you hoping to be more explosive, or how are you feeling in that aspect?
Just coming out, giving it all to God, and just letting my teammates know that I'm there for them, and I'm just giving my all.
You gonna be on kick returns this year? Is that kind of?
Oh, yes, sir. That's the plan. I can't wait to return some more kicks. Yes, sir.
How much did that maybe kind of motivate you and just, because it was obviously big plays that you hadn't had a lot of. How much did that maybe kind of even, propel you, motivate you coming into this year?
It motivated me a lot. It let me know that, like, even though I ain't play that much, like, that it's still there for me. Like, no matter what goes, like, always give it your all. So it motivated me.
You feel that way, like you've been around for a while? Obviously not around Baylor for a while, but you've been around college football for a while.
Oh, for sure. For sure. I've been here for a minute now, man. I can feel it. Yes, sir.
How does that room fit together and all the pieces make y'all better? You're all a little bit different. How does that make y'all better?
I mean, like Coach said, man, we all got a different style of play. I mean, Dawson bring a lot to the table. Rich bring a lot to the table. B. Wash, Jordan. I mean, we got a small group. We can do a lot of things on the field. So, like, we're excited to get out there. And we already showed a lot on the field in practice. We bring the mentality. We, fight down hard, get in the fields and yards and all that stuff. So, we just excited, man. So, I think we have a special room.
Most running backs, they all want the ball. Is there enough to go around for this group? I mean, with as many guys as you have, that kind of thing?
Oh, most definitely, for sure. I mean, we go out there at practice every day and we get, same reps every day at practice. I mean, whoever's on the field, they know the mentality. We got to bring the set the tone on the field. You know what I'm saying? Play tough, run fast, and know our plays, and that's the main thing for us. So it's a big deal for us.
Obviously, you've had experience returning kicks as well. I think you had a kick return touchdown actually against Baylor for Oklahoma State. I mean, what do you think? You and Richard could possibly be back there returning kicks, or is that just something you'll leave up to Richard for now?
I mean, that'd be pretty cool, man. I mean, it's up to the coach for sure, but I'd love to be back there, man. I mean, I think that'd be a pretty good duo.
Yeah.
What have you seen, or how have you clicked with Keenan and just kind of, him coming in as a new coach?
Oh, man, we love that man. He's literally back there smiling right now. Hey, he bring a lot to the table, man. I mean,
we need to make him leave the room.
I know. He bring a lot to the table, so we excited to have him, man. Like I said, he has a great mentality for us running backs. He holds the standard very high for us, and that's only gonna make us better. So we got big dreams, man. So that's kind of coach we need, and I feel like he does a great job at that.
You mentioned that y'all are kind of splitting reps out there, but I mean, what's that competition like when you've got so many, RB1 potential backs, I guess?
I mean, we compete with each other, man. We brothers. So, like, it's the love is there, you know what I'm saying? What's going on that field, we know we're going to work each other. I mean, there's no, like, I'm better than him, better than him. And, like, we are a team. We brothers. So we get out there and work together, make each other better. That's pretty much it, man. I mean, we know the mentality of the room.
How much does last year motivate you guys? Obviously disappointing finish. You guys know where you want to go. How much does that, fuel you?
A lot, man. 100%. I mean, we know how it went down last year. It wasn't very good, but this year we got to put that in the past, put it to sleep. Move on to the next. So this spring and fall, it's all work. I mean, we are determined to be great. We know the bar is high, and we look down upon. So like we know what to do when we step on that field. So I think it motivates a lot of us very much.
Going with that, what are the expectations you think for this offense to take that next step after last year?
I mean, it's coming out there with a great mindset, man. And I feel like once you first step in this building, mindset got to be ready to go. I mean, if you're coming in kind of like doubting yourself or like acting like you hurt, I mean, you shouldn't be here. I mean, I'm saying like you need to get out here and like know what to expect. Defense going to bring the power, offense going to bring the power. We need to work each other better. I feel like if we do that every single day, I mean, we're going to be unstoppable.
Having so many new coaches, do you feel that there's an energy difference when you're out in the practice field?
So you say that again?
Having so many new coaches on the offense, do you feel there's like an energy difference now when you're out in the practice field?
For sure. I say they bring a lot to the table as well. I mean, you can feel the energy. I mean, they jumping up and down whenever we score or whatever. I mean, they coaching us very good. Some things we never heard before, like technique-wise, and I feel like that plays a big part as well, and a lot of players see that, and I think that's making a difference for us to want to bounce around more and set the tone.
Did you research Spavital, or did you know much about his background, kind of what he brings?
I did a little bit. I know he likes to run the ball, so I was excited to see that. I mean, he's a great coach. I mean, what he brings to the table is just as much as Coach Hall. I mean, like, he knows the standards here as well. He knows what we had last season. It wasn't very good. So he knows that he can come in and make a change. I feel like he's been very good with that.
How are you feeling heading into your last season? Obviously, you've been around for a minute.
Yeah.
Is that kind of weighing on you a little bit, that this is the last collegiate season?
Yeah, man, it's crazy, man. It's crazy to think about. I don't even want to think about it right now. I mean, I know what I need to bring to the table. It's my last year. I know I got to go get it. I know my brother's going to help me get there, and I'm going to help them get there. So I'm just excited to get out there, man, and just ball out for them.
Dawson, I guess just how much did last year you feel like help you, just the experience you got, maybe a little surprising how much experience you did get?
I mean, it was kind of surreal. Like, I did gain a lot of experience from it, but honestly, like last year, really don't matter what I did last year. I need to start looking forward into the next year.
I mean, you kind of fit right in seamlessly. How much did kind of the experience that you had in that room help you kind of seamlessly fit in?
I mean, say that again?
How did the room and the experience there help you fit in so seamlessly?
Let's see. I mean, like, getting, like, in front of all those people is obviously, like, a big transition from high school. So, you know, I'm going from, like, 400 people and I'm going 46,000. You know, you just not letting the pressure get to you.
How did you do that?
I just zoned everybody. I just zoned everything out. You know, I just trusted in God and my teammates. I let them lead the way.
So your vision was right here, like you weren't looking up in the stands?
Nah.
Yeah.
No.
You said it's on this year. What are your expectations for this year for yourself and for this offense?
I mean, for our offense, just go out there and give it our all. For me, just still give it my all. I mean, we can be really good. We can be great. We have a lot of talent out there, and we had a lot of talent last year. We just weren't really executing. But I feel like this year it's a different mindset, and we got it.
Do you kind of pride yourself on being that, hard-nosed power, running back? And then I guess where did that come from?
I mean, I don't really know where it came from, man. I just like hitting people. So, you just stick me out there. I just like running the ball.
What is your impression of Coach Hall and all of the newness on the offensive side of the ball?
Nah, he's cool. I like Coach Hall a lot, man. He brings a lot to the table. He's really energetic. He's funny, too.
Would you say the same things if he wasn't?
Nah, yeah, I would.
How does he push you? How does he, kind of?
I mean, he just trains me to be my best, man. We're meeting, like, almost every day. He just takes time out of his day to coach me up, teach me the reads, teach me everything that I need to know in order to be successful.
Do you feel like the offense has fit you, or you fit it in terms of new blocking scheme from last year? A lot of new things this year.
I feel like we all fit in it pretty well, every single running back. I mean, it is a big difference going from wide zone to that. But, I mean, at the end of the day, like, we're all athletes. We can, like, overcome it. We got this.
You mentioned there was kind of a disconnect last year. Do you feel like this is more of a tight-knit group, like you guys are all on the same page, or what?
Yeah, we all got the same mindset. We all want to go out there. We all want to win. We want to prove everybody wrong.
Do you think you guys have what it takes to prove everybody wrong? I mean,
Yeah.
What's going to surprise people, do you think, about this offense?
I think our grit's going to surprise a lot of people. And our leadership, we have some great leaders on the team. We got Rich and Don back there. I mean, we got some playmakers. We got lots of playmakers.
How have they kind of mentored you through this process? Just kind of showing you the ropes, and what have they done as running backs, I guess, that makes you more comfortable?
I mean, they just kind of, like, as soon as I got up here, they showed me the standard about what I need to do, about, like, doing the bare minimum's not enough. You need to take time out of your day to watch film, recover, do extra work, and stuff like that.